Hello, my friends, and welcome to another day of Nuggets. Yesterday, we looked at the two greatest commandments as a way of reflecting the love and justice of God. And today, we'll look at the two greatest sins, which are inextricably connected to the love and justice of God. Now, this isn't just an opinion of an author. These two sins are a theme throughout the Bible, which God calls out over and over. And they are, number one, the sin of idolatry. In other words, worshiping silver and gold in all their forms and relying more on man-made things rather than God. And number two, the sin of not executing justice, mercy, or compassion on our fellow human beings. In other words, oppressing the vulnerable, the widow, the fatherless, the alien or the poor, the marginalized and weak. You see, social justice is not just part of a liberal, woke agenda that so many Christians just like to dismiss. And I know that social justice issues have been heavily politicized, but that's not a good enough reason to ignore social issues. Social justice is justice in relation to the distribution of wealth, opportunities, and privileges within a society where individuals' rights are recognized and protected. So, for example, everyone's ability to access health services or education, just to name a couple. For Christians, social justice is a command, not just any command, but part of the two greatest commandments that Jesus himself taught. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love of God cannot be separated from love of others. There's a cartoon going around on the internet where a family is having worship, and little Billy asks his father, "So if the Bible says we should help the poor, welcome the foreigner, respect others," and the little boy continues to name many of the practical manifestations of loving your neighbor as yourself, "why don't we support those issues?" And the father replies, "Oh, Billy, we don't actually practice these things, we only preach them." Obviously, the irony wasn't lost on little Billy. Let's not just be hearers of the word. Let's be doers of the word. Let's not fall into the sin of indifference of what happens to my neighbor, because that goes against a direct command of Jesus. Love your neighbor as yourself. And with that, we come to the end of our nuggets for today. I'll see you tomorrow.